So I did my fair share of bitching about that. It's all fine and good. Now I'm working on this. The other day we went out looking for a new car. Well, not a new one, another used car, so that we could, put this one on the sidelines and work on it or whatever, replace it, whatever. Anyway, it started making a noise, and then all hell broke loose. So I want to show you what it's doing, see if you guys can identify it. So let me sit you down here. I'm gonna put you. Let my camera go down any lower than that. Get you up in there where you can see a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna crank it up and show you. Alright, I've gotten down there and I've wiggled the axles and I've tried to see if I could get anything to move, and nothing moves. And I've had Debbie in the car and let her play with it a little bit. And I touched the axles to see if they were vibrating. I touched the transmission. Whatever it is, it makes the whole motor and car just boom, 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 boom. It's not even a vibration. You heard it. It's like metal banging on metal. And I thought it was an axle, but like I said, I checked the axles and none of them are loose per se. The U-joints feel solid, but that don't mean nothing. They could be in a bind. So one of my next projects is I'm going to take both axles off and inspect them, and if that's the problem, I'm going to replace both of them. I'm kind of concerned about it's a Nissan, so it has that continuous variable transmission in there. I think that's what it's called. It's a CVT transmission, and nobody around here works on them. They said you have to have at least $1,100 in tools just to work on these things. But I called a transmission shop, and the man said he thought it was could be. He didn't say he thought it was. He said it could be where it's a bearing on the inside of the transmission that the axle hooks to that could have went bad, and the different bands are doing that noise inside because the ball bearings came out. But the in order to even work on it, you got to take it out, and you got to dismantle it and everything. And if you do your research on CVT transmission, most of the time when they go out, they are they just quit. They don't make noise like that. So I'm seriously hoping it's axles. But I'll show you the new car. It is a 2006 Nissan Murano, and it has over 100,000 miles on it, but it runs really good. I got a deal on it because somebody left the windows down and the sunroof open, and it got wet. So I've been drying it out. But it's a nice sharp little car. Again, it is 12 years old, but give you a little tour. And we've taken the carpet cleaner to it, and we've cleaned the floorboards. Debbie's been in here wiping the dash and stuff. It has a 6 CD changer and a tape deck, navigational controls, dual heating system or climate system. you can have a different temperature on that side than this side. It has a few dings like right here. I don't know if that's from kids or what. There's the back seat back here. Has an armrest. And again, here's the sunroof, moonroof, whatever you call it. That's nice. I'm gonna open that might help in here. Yeah, we sucked out a bunch of water off the floorboards and wiped everything down. It is a sedan SUV. It has 4 doors. You see, I got those are damp rid. They suck moisture up in them. And like this, if your doors are locked, you can't open this. In order to open it, you have to actually come over here and press the unlock button, and it'll let you open it. Never seen that before. I'll show you in the back here. And I got this kind of taken apart because we're trying to get the moisture out, but I've got a dehumidifier in here and it's sucking some water out. I had this hook, this here, to hold that thing up, and apparently when it was on here it caused the seal to leak a little bit. I think that's where that water came from, otherwise it came out of here. This is a subwoofer. This actually goes over the spare tire, if you can believe that. And this is a little tray that covers the spare tire, and that's the door for the compartment. You have storage on both sides. This has the jack in it, and this is the storage compartment. Here's the levers to let down the seats. There's actually a power supply back here. Yeah. See, still got tag on. I mean the dealer tag. And 18-inch wheels. Holy cow! Those are going to cost a pretty penny if I need to replace them. Since it has over 100,000 miles on it, I'm going to go ahead and replace the shocks next week. I've got you got fog lamps down there. I got them on order, so looks like somebody bumped something in the front end at one point. It's kind of cracked up. That'll be alright. It's a really nice car. I like it. Debbie loves it. That's all that matters. But yeah, that's what we bought. We got it for $4,000 out the door. They wanted $9,000 last year, and somebody bought it and they repossessed it because they didn't make the payments on it. Yes, they didn't make a single payment. They paid $2,000 down, drove it for 3 months, they had it repossessed. I'm like, that's about stupid. So anyway, but next week, hopefully we'll have a nice day, and I'll get out here and I'll change the shocks on that one first. If I got time, I'll come out here. I got to get my tools together. They're all over the place since I had my hip surgery. Take the lug, the center, I can't even see in the camera here. Take that nut off in the middle there, and then there's 2 here that need to come out so that the front strut will come loose. You just lean that over and tap out the axle. This side has an extended axle. I don't know if you've seen that. You really can't see it, but if you see right in there, you can see the other boot, and then there's a long shaft that goes over to the transmission that's bolted to that boot is bolted to the side of the motor. I have to take that if it won't pull out, I'll have to take the bracket loose from the motor and take the whole thing out and then dismantle it. But I'm inclined to believe that if it's an axle, it's going to be this one, because this one has 2 axles basically. So I'm gonna have to work on that. But that's about it. I just wanted to show you guys what was going on. If you guys know what's going on with this thing here, if you've ever heard it doing this before, if it sounds like an axle to you, please put it in the comments down below. And I've been having a problem with YouTube lately for whatever reason. They're not sharing my video. You know, back in the day, you watch a video of Bob Nerdin, for example, and when his video was over, the end screen would be full of his videos, and you can just click on any of them and watch them from recent to years past. And I'm not talking about on his video, I'm talking about when the video is over. YouTube usually lists a whole bunch of videos. Now you're lucky if one of them is yours, and they put a whole bunch of suggested stuff in there that has nothing to do with anything you watch, you know. And I think they do that so that they'll get more advertising for themselves. They don't care about you. But I went from getting anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 views a day to I'm lucky if I get 500 views a day. And you know, I don't want to bellyache and complain, but it's really unfair for the little man when he's struggling to get views, and you say, well, views don't matter, subscriptions matter. Subscriptions don't count for jack. They don't. You can get that silver play button and, you know, have half the views of a man who has, you know, half the subscribers. So, you know, the views is what makes you money. You know, and in order to get recommended, people need to leave thumbs up and comments so that YouTube will know you're not just a passerby and you're not really interested. So if you guys are, you know, if you don't mind, how about leave me a thumbs up and a comment. If you don't do nothing but say, hey John, how you doing? You know, I'll say, hey, I'm doing good, how you doing? You know, all that good stuff. You know, please do that. It helped me out a lot. So if you guys don't mind, please hit that like button, leave me a comment, and share. Thanks. Y'all have a great day.